Hi, hello. In this video, I'm going to be making a button-down shirt. I've had this image in my head for a while of a shirt that I want to make. That's how creative things usually come to me, even in my professional work. I don't think of storyline first or character first. It's like I see something and I want to learn how to draw from a fashion standpoint better. That's one thing I really want to take a class in, because I see these things all the time and then I've gotten a way to put them down. Anyway, so I got this idea for a button-down shirt, and that's what I'm going to work on today. I have really, in the last few years, really fallen in love with button-down shirts. I didn't used to like them. I thought they were too conservative or too staid or too something. I don't know. I recently made this button down. I've been wearing it all summer. It's been really great. Link below for sew along. I used to like clothes that were much more fitted, a little more slinky. I think partly it's getting older. I prefer things that, you know, show my silhouette but don't hug me too tight. So I have a growing number of button-down shirts in my closet. I reach for them a lot, so I wanna make another one. So I took a pattern making class a couple of years ago, and I have yet to really put those skills into practice. I'm still a little nervous about it. So what I'm going to do is take a shirt pattern that I've made before and use that, but I'm going to come up with a sleeve. I really love the statement sleeve a lot. I made this dress, the Aurelia dress. I'll put a picture of it up. The sleeve is just so beautiful. It has all these box pleats. It's just stunning. I think I'm going to find a sleeve pattern that's close to what I want and then amplify it and make it sort of bigger so that I can match the tailored part of the button-down shirt with something a little more fun and a little more stylish and a little more out there. That's sort of the balance that I'm always looking for, that I really like in a whole outfit. So I'm going to try to do it in this shirt. I have the fabric. I got this really soft, beautiful cotton at Mood Fabrics in New York City. It's navy, but it's got this brown thread that you can see. I don't know if it reads on camera, but you can sort of see the back of it where the brown is. It makes it look really rich and lush, and I think it's gonna be great. So hi, my name's Linda. I'm an actor and writer living in New York City and a lover of fashion and beautiful clothes, and on a quest to create a wardrobe, and it is a quest. It's quite a quest to create a wardrobe that I love. So I open my closet and everything there feels like me, and I want to put it on. All right, so I have already washed and dried this. I'm gonna iron it, and then I'm gonna go to work and create the sleeve pattern and see if I can come up with something fun that I want to wear. Okay, thanks for watching, and here we go. First step is to wash and dry and iron your fabric, so when you make the garment you won't have any shrinkage. Okay, here I am starting on my sleeve idea. I took an existing sleeve pattern piece from this pattern and I traced it on tissue paper. It has box pleats. I then cut it down the center and widened it by 4 inches, you can see there, so that I could have at least 2 more additional box pleats and really get some volume in the sleeve. Then I laid it on muslin, and I'm cutting it out now to start the mock-up. I have measured and marked the box pleats, and I'm pinning them to see just how many I can get in the shoulder and in the cuff. I've basted the box pleats in, I've sewn the sleeve seam, and now I'm attaching the cuff. Hi, so I pinned the mock-up to this sleeveless button-down I have, just to feel what it feels like to have this sleeve on a button-down, and I like it a lot. It is what I was thinking about. I think I'm going to make the cuff like maybe an inch smaller. It's kind of loose on me. I think It can't be tight on my arm, but it could be a little tighter, but I really like the box pleats. And yeah, I just think it's a nice different look to a regular long sleeve button down or sleeveless one like this. So I'm gonna cut out the fabric. Gather the upper edge of the back between the small circles. Pin one yoke to upper back, right sides together, adjust gathers, and sew. Turn in seam allowance on front edges of yoke facing, press, and then trim the seam allowances to 3/8 inch. Pin right side of yoke facing to wrong side of back, stitch, trim the seam allowances, and press the seam toward the yoke. Gather upper edge of right front and upper edge of left front between the circles. Pin the front edges of the yoke to the upper edges of the right and left front of the shirt. Adjust the gathers, pin, and stitch. Be careful to keep the pressed edges of the yoke free from your sewing. Trim the seams and then press toward the yoke. Sew the pressed edges of the yoke facing over those shoulder seams. You can either slip stitch on the wrong side. I decided to top stitch on the right side, as you can see here, just to make it really strong, and I didn't mind the look of the top stitching. Stitch the right and left fronts of the shirt to the back at the side seams. I decided to do French seams on the inside as much as I can. So I am stitching the wrong sides together here, very, very, very close to the edge. Then I iron the seam flat, and then I stitch the right sides together. Make a 3/8 inch cut along the stitching line at the lower edge of the right front piece, then turn it up 5/8 inch and press. There are 4 vertical lines on the right front piece. 2 of them are fold lines, 1 is a stitching line, and 1 is the center front. You want to mark all of those at the top and bottom of the right front before you start to sew. The next step is to turn the shirt on the inside along the outer fold line and press, and then turn it once more along the remaining fold line and press. Then you're going to stitch down the front on the stitch line. Here I am marking the stitch line to make sure it's absolutely precise, so when I get under the needle I'll have a straight line. After you've sewn down the stitching line on the right front, then you can press the facing back toward the front and you've got that right front side finished. On the left front piece, turn the outer edge over 1/4 inch and press. Turn the lower edge of the self facing to the outside along the vertical fold line. Stitch 5/8 inch from the lower edge and trim. Turn self-facing to the inside, press, and also stitch the left front along the front stitch line. And go ahead and hem the shirt. Stitch the collar sections together, leaving the notched edge open, and trim the seam allowances. Turn it right side out and press. Turn in the seam allowance on the outer edge of the collar band that has the interfacing, press, and then trim the seam allowance down to 3/8 inch. Pin the interface side of the collar to the uninterfaced collar band between the small circles, and then pin the other collar band over the collar, based, leaving the neck edge open. Trim the seam allowances, turn, and press. Pin the collar band to the neck edge of the shirt, clipping the shirt neck edge where necessary. Stitch, and then trim the seam allowances and press the seam toward the collar band. I keep having this problem where I forget to sew my own tag on the collar before I attach it to the shirt. It would be so much easier to do, but I got it on. So I put the mocked up sleeve onto the shirt, and as you can see, this sleeve is way too big for my armhole. So I'm gonna make a couple more box pleats here at the top of the sleeve, which actually I'm happy to do because it'll give it that much more poofiness, if you will, technical term. So let me do that and we'll see how it looks. Okay, it worked. I measured the armhole on the shirt, which was 18 inches, and I added 2 more pleats, 1 on each end, to the sleeve, and it came out 18 inches. It fits perfectly, so yay. All right, I have to tack the facing down here inside the collar, and then I will attach the sleeves, make the sleeves and attach the sleeves. Yay. Okay, I have cut out my sleeve and I am now pinning the box pleats, and then I will base them into place and make sure that the sleeve fits the armhole correctly. Attach the cuff to the sleeve before you attach it to the armhole. It's just easier to work with. Turn the sleeve right side out and stitch the facing to the cuff by stitching in the ditch. I am pinning right there close to the ditch, and then I will stitch on the right side to make sure that the facing is attached. Attach the sleeve to the armhole. Again, I'm doing French seams, so I'm doing wrong sides together, sewing very close to the edge. Then I will press the seam down and do the right sides together. happy with the sleeve. It turned out, it looks really cool. It's giving the button down a little bit of drama, a little bit of sophistication, a little bit of a individuality that I wanted. Looks great on the inside. You can see the French seams are doing their thing, so it's really clean. Okay, now I have to fit the other sleeve. They're like such custom sleeves. I had to fit every little bit and fit the cuff, but I'm happy. And the big reveal. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. I love the sleeves. I'm really glad I decided to do that. It just feels good on. I think what I love the most about this though actually is the fabric. The way that the different colors come out in the light and the feel. It's very soft and very comfortable. I made this skirt earlier this summer and this whole outfit feels good on. I'm getting closer to my goal of opening my closet and just liking all my options and putting outfits together that feel like me. I will put links below for all the pieces that I made. I also made these linen pants, and again, this outfit just feels great on. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another video.